Hi, this is Dan from Red Ferret, and I'm looking today at the BrillianTab, which is a new Android 2.3 tablet from Chinavasion. This one's a bit different to the most of the Android tablets that we've seen these days from Chinavasion, as in it's got a 1.2 gigahertz A8 processor. It's also got half a gig of RAM and 4 gigabytes of onboard flash storage, as well as the storage slot for a micro SD card. I'll just turn it on. It's quite a classy looking bit of kit. It's got a metal back with a nice sort of rounded finish to it, a bit like the iPad 2. It's not a hugely featured tablet. There's no Bluetooth, no GPS, so that's sort of your media tablet, bit of surfing, things like that. And just give you a quick rundown on what it's got here. It's a bunch of 4 capacitance buttons here. It's the normal back, home, menu and search. Across the top we've got 3 physical buttons: power, volume up and down, stereo speakers, one on each side, and a whole slew of connections down the back here, where your normal USB, trans-flash micro SD slot, mini USB, mini HDMI, 3.5mm stereo, and a power jack and a hard reset. So as you can see, the boot up's pretty quick. It's about 50 seconds or so, and it's just going to do a bit of a scan here, see if we can scan the storage cards, and we're ready to go. Ooh, already got an email. So first glance, the screen's a reflective coated screen, so it's a bit shiny and around mirrors and around windows and things. The other thing that might slightly annoy some people is it's a bit squashed, so the aspect ratio is a bit wrong. So if I show you this analog clock, you can see it's a bit oval. There we go. Landscape mode, same thing again. It bothered me for a while, but I'm pretty much over it now. Once you sort of get rid of the clock, get rid of it on your home screen, it works quite well. The videos, you sort of notice it for a split second and then you're sort of over it. So not too much of a problem there. As you can see, I've downloaded quite a few apps for it. I better start with the most important one, Angry Birds. So the 1.2 gigahertz processor on this sort of makes short work of what you might call high-end graphics game. Angry Birds is pretty quick to boot. Just grab a level and you can switch backwards and forwards pretty quickly. This is also multi-touch, so you can zoom in and out. Your rapid fire gaming, if Angry Birds is your thing. The ROM that's built into this thing also comes with a Fruit Ninja clone. Where's it gone? Which also runs very well with this beefier processor, if I can play it. So 1.2 gigahertz processor is definitely a step in the right direction for these kinds of tablets, and makes it a very, very nice, smooth playing unit. Let's crack open some browsers. I'll go Sydney Morning Herald. So this is the mobile version. So pretty quick to boot. This is the Dolphin HD web browser for Android, which I'm a very big fan of. I can also crack it open with Opera Mobile. So have a look at BBC News. And it looks like it's the full site, not the mobile site. You can do some multi-touch zooming, panning, and as you can see, it's fabulous. It's just a really smooth operating tablet. What else have we got? Kindle. Open up some Pride and Prejudice. Oop. It's making a bit of a liar out of me, pushing it too fast. Jump to a page. So yeah, the BrillianTab is definitely a faster end, higher end tablet, and it makes using any sort of web browser or games an absolute joy. I've had a couple of issues with it. I had a few problems with it charging, but it's happy now. It was a bit sensitive to being interrupted during its charging cycle, and now I'm getting roughly 3 to 3.5 hours, depending on how much Angry Birds I'm getting in there. But apart from that, it's pretty good. Right, so I think the guy who's next door leaf blowing is finished, so I'll get on with my video review here. So I've looked at the web browser and a bit of gaming. So I'll show you through a few other features it's got. It's got a webcam, well, whatever you want to call it, built-in camera. It's up the top here. And it's a bit, not a great frame rate, but it's alright for grabbing a shot here and there. The shutter lag's a bit ho-hum, as you can hear, about 4 seconds or so. It also does a video mode as well. I couldn't really get them to work, the video to work with Skype, but Skype worked okay as a voice only VoIP, so I guess the webcam's a bit of a gimmick, but it's there, it works to some degree. The photos, let me just take a look. The photos are 1600 by 1200 and the videos 640 by 480. If you're interested, I think the video encodes it as 3GP, so should work on most phones. The other apps, there's a gallery here. It's just the Android, standard Android 2.3 photo browser. It's got cool iris stuff in it, and it hooks straight into your Picasa web albums, which is why you can see all this guff here. For some reason, the app didn't really like reading my micro SD card. I tried a couple of other micro SD cards, and it sort of didn't really help. It just seemed to drop out and not see them occasionally. It needed a reboot. You couldn't just unmount it. So that was alright. A little bit of an issue, but nothing major. So you can see me. I've been playing with the webcam, and everything's pretty responsive. If I zoom in on this one that I just took, you can pinch the zoom to your heart's content, and it's all very responsive, as you'd expect from such a beefy processor. Another thing that's pretty nifty on the BrillianTab is Google Maps. Although it hasn't got a GPS, it shows off the processing and the multi-touch capabilities of the tablet. This doesn't come with it, you just got to download it from the Android marketplace. But as you can see, when the maps eventually load, very smooth. Zoom in, zoom out, or use the buttons if you're so inclined. So yeah, Google Maps, pretty impressive on the BrillianTab. I'll just show you a bit of the media capabilities of the BrillianTab. It plays pretty much your standard AVIs, MP4s, as well as the usual music, MP3, M4s, that kind of thing. If you have a look in the gallery, as well as your photos, you've got your videos showing up in here. Break this one open with the movie player. And again, you can see the aspect ratio is a little bit squashed, but it's not too bad. And you can jump around. not many problems. The volume's a little bit soft, but for one person in a fairly quiet room, it should be okay. Should be able to hear okay. Music player, that's your standard Android version 2 player. It's nothing particularly flash. Gets the job done. Bit of album art. Volume's a bit louder in the music player than it is in the video, but that's alright. You can also output the BrillianTab via HDMI port to a TV or monitor. It outputs at 1080p or 720p, whatever you want. Because it's obviously only an 800 by 480 tablet, the 720p looks quite a lot better than the 1080, but still works. There's just a bit of overscanning. So the picture didn't fit on my TV. Your TV might be able to adjust it. It wasn't too bad, just sort of trim the edges off. So that's the main features of the BrillianTab. It's pretty good at gaming, does a bit of handles its media alright, and plenty of other options with a web browser. I guess the last thing probably to show you was YouTube. But we've had YouTube for a while now with Android, so I'm sure I can grab something stupid. If it ever loads. So, YouTube, not a problem at all. So, there's the BrillianTab. It's a nice shape, easy to hold, responsive, and quite lightweight. You can hold this thing for a while, reading an ebook or whatever, and it's not a problem. So, I'll also show you what's in the box it comes with. Mini CD with the instructions. Chinavasion is throwing in a HDMI, so you've got your mini to standard HDMI cable. Connect it to your TV or your monitor. Mini USB to standard USB. Plug that into a hard drive or something, and another adapter, mini USB to USB port. So that's the BrillianTab. I reckon it's pretty great little device for the price. I think today I checked it, the price on Chinavasion was about $194 US for this. Yeah, I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. Bye.